Dear students, today we are going to talk about stress. Who says stress is bad for you? Open your books at page 74, exercise 1. Let's start with our vocabulary. You are to complete the sentences with the words below which appear in the text. Psychologists produce media, immune system, practitioners. Let's check. Stress is rarely written about in the media. Stress causes glands in the body to produce a number of hormones. Regular periods of stress can strengthen the body's immune system. According to psychologists, there are two main types of stress. In Britain, there are over 2 million stress management practitioners. Now let's get acquainted with new words. Listen to them and write down in your vocabularies.
Accomplishment, beneficial, by far, chronic, circumstance, counselor, cure, disease, disheartened, ensure, evolve, flow,
functional,
hormone,
identify,
immune system, in effect, industry, loud and clear, mild, minimize, neurological disease, practitioner, professional assistance, push to the limit, serve a function, take a heavy toll,
risk,
vast majority,
workout,
In exercise 2, you are to define which of the sentences below are true about stress. Let's listen and read to find out.
Who says stress is bad for you? Think stress is your enemy? Think again. To be happy and healthy, we all need a little stress in our lives. Stress, the disease of our times. Stress-related illnesses, the number one cause of doctors' visits. It seems like you can't pick up a newspaper or magazine these days without seeing a headline about stress and how bad it is for your health. The message is loud and clear. You should do everything you can to minimize stress in your daily life. Is stress really the monster it is made out to be by the media? Surprisingly, most experts believe nothing is wrong with occasionally experiencing a little bit of stress. As physiologist Monica Fleshner states, only under circumstances of chronic stress do we suffer its negative effects. This type of stress comes when we face a situation that takes a heavy toll on us, a stressful job, or an unhappy home life, for example. On the other hand, experiencing mild stress, according to Fleshner, can be good for us. When we feel stressed, hormones are produced from glands in our body. These hormones, such as adrenaline and cortisol, serve a number of functions. They make the heart beat faster and blood flow to the brain and muscles is increased, making us ready for action. If we hadn't developed this reaction, we might not have survived as a species. In this case, stress is not a problem, but a condition that humans have evolved over thousands of years to deal with problems. Stress not only has short-term benefits. Recent research suggests that regularly experiencing short periods of mild stress can strengthen your immune system and lower the risk of neurological diseases, such as Alzheimer's. In effect, stress acts like a workout for the brain. Just like exercising muscles in the gym, stress exercises the brain, ensuring it stays strong and fully functional. It's also worth thinking about the consequences of stress. Psychologists identify two main types: distress and eustress. Distress is negative stress, which often makes us feel disheartened. Eustress, however, is positive stress that results in us feeling happy. Take physical exercise, for example. It is stressful pushing your body to the limit, but the health benefits and feeling of accomplishment afterwards make the stress worth it. So, if some stress is beneficial, why are we continually told that stress is our enemy? According to Angela Padmore, author of The Truth About Stress, the answer lies with the stress management industry. According to Padmore, the vast majority of us do not feel stressed to the point where we need to buy products or seek professional assistance. Yet, in Britain alone, there are over 15 million websites and 2 million stress management practitioners selling a huge variety of treatments for a condition that, to a large extent, does not need to be treated. As one experienced counsellor put it, they've turned a normal part of living into a disease that needs to be cured. So, how does this help us in our everyday lives? Well, firstly, it's important to recognize the difference between chronic stress and mild stress. If you are suffering from chronic stress, get help today. However, the next time that you feel mild stress, don't get too stressed about it. It's probably doing you some good.
And now let's check your answers. Stress is rarely written about in the media, it is false. According to the text, you can't pick up a newspaper or magazine these days without seeing the headline about stress and how bad it is for your health. Stress causes glands in the body to produce a number of hormones is true. It was said that these hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol serve a number of functions. Regular periods of stress can strengthen the body's immune system. It is true. It is said in the text that recent research suggests that regularly experiencing a short period of mild stress can strengthen your immune system. According to psychologists, there are two main types of stress. It is true. They are distress and eustress. In Britain, there are over 2 million stress management practitioners. It is true. As it is mentioned, in Britain, there are over 15 million websites and 2 million stress management practitioners. Exercise 3. You are to read again, and for questions, choose the correct answer. You are to give reasons for your answers from the text. For example, Monica Fleschner believes that stress C. is not as harmful as the media says. She says only under circumstances of chronic stress do we suffer its negative effects. You are to finish this test yourselves. Exercise 4. You are to answer the questions in your own words. What occurs in the body when we feel stressed? Let's listen to the opinion.
Certain hormones are released when we're stressed, which prepare our bodies for action.
Why do so many people seek treatment for mild stress?
People are encouraged to believe that any type of stress is a problem.